Raiders began a 3-day mandatory minicamp this afternoon at team headquarters in Alameda.
This is the last chance to work out as a group before training camp. And Fox 5 sports director Kevin Bollinger is live there for us.
Well, Christina and John, we'll get to the mini camp in a moment, but the big news came after practice was over late this afternoon when it was announced that the Raiders would be the team profiled on HBO's Emmy Award-winning series Hard Knocks. For those of you who don't know about that, what they do is they follow one NFL team throughout training camp in a 5-episode run that runs once a week. And they kind of profile not only the team, but some of the inside stories on some of the players they decide to focus on. It's always very well done. The Raiders have never done it in their history, and we all know that they've got some great personalities and stories to tell. So whether John Gruden is excited about this or not, we're not sure. The players certainly are going to be excited about it. They were also excited to get on the football field today. This is the final 3 days of the off-season workout program, and the Raiders say that they are laying the bricks right now for what they hope will be a successful season.
The Raiders were on the field together as one team, already putting things into place so they can hit the ground running when training camp starts in Napa at the end of July.
We're a better team, on paper, and we're faster. We've collected some really good players, but we got a lot to prove, and time will tell.
Head coach John Gruden has brought in some key players to fill some holes that were exposed last season, including an overhauled wide receiver group that will give quarterback Derek Carr some more weapons. Just how much better remains to be seen.
We've added some receivers, no doubt, but like I said, we lost some good receivers too. We lost Cooper, we lost Jordy Nelson and Seth Roberts. We lost all our receivers, so we got a lot of work to do still to find our identity.
On the defensive side of the ball, Vontaze Burfict brings experience not only in the league, but in defensive coordinator Paul Guenther's defense. Add that to returning players who are in year 2 of the system, and the returning players say it's different this year.
It's like night and day from this time around this year compared to last year for everybody that's in their second year, including me. Just being able to understand everything, the pre-snap adjustments that need to be dealt with, and the pre-snap communication. I think we're on another level so far.
This mini camp is phase 1 of a months-long process to get the Raiders back where they want to be in the postseason. And the vibe is the building blocks are being put in place now that will determine the future.
One other bit of news that came out of the media session this morning with John Gruden. He says that they are close to finalizing a deal to have the Rams work out with the Raiders at training camp in Napa leading up to week 1 of the preseason. The Rams will play here in Oakland against the Raiders. That game can be seen on Fox 5, so that will be something that'll give the players somebody else to maybe go out and hit on the practice field other than their own players. We'll keep an eye on that once it becomes finalized. One more thing on the Hard Knocks. It was not announced until after the players were gone. They were not made available. So tomorrow we'll get a chance to get their reaction to being on the HBO show, and we'll have that for you tomorrow afternoon on Fox 5 News at 5. Coming up on Fox 5 News at 6, you'll hear from Daryl Worley about how this team is gelling together, and we're going to give you some indications on the Raiders' plans for how they're going to handle the London game this year. All that coming up in about 45 minutes. For now, though, we are live outside the Raiders' headquarters in Alameda. Kevin Bollinger, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.